Greetings, tribe, soul family. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is well. My name is Nukai. This is Nukai Moon 333. I actually already started building on this reading, but I want to get the message out so badly. So real quickly, let's just start with it. I have this manifestation, right? There's a manifestation, some type of seed that you have actually planted, or a gift that you have that is bringing in justice when it comes to balancing out this emperor, right, with the Queen of Pentacles energy. Meaning he was able to use this, the emperor was able to use some type of nurturing, right, in order to balance out their part of their divinity, where they sit, right? Their position, their role, their play in their home. This divine masculine realized that learning about the Queen of Pentacles energy has assisted him with nurturing, being on the Queen of Pentacles speaks of someone who's stable, a nurturer, you know, who is a grower, right? Someone who they have very much, I want to say, mother qualities, right? Very much mother qualities, you know. And then you have the King of Pentacles coming out right after, which lets me know that they are a husband and wife. And they're working on their divinity, right? Or they are in their divinity, but they're realizing the things that they needed to balance. I have this King of Pentacles, right? I have this Empress coming right after this King of Pentacles also. Using this Empress actually using the King of Pentacles energy, meaning that their roles are most likely reversed within their divinity. But it works for them. It's balanced. But it seems like something is causing some type of self-doubt or insecurities when it comes to this situation. Because it seems that the roles are kind of reversed, right? This Queen of Pentacles is actually living as the Emperor. And this King of Pentacles is actually living as the Empress. Now, it's a balanced situation, or they're attempting to make this, they're saying to themselves, this is a balanced situation. However, there is some form of insecurities or self-doubt that's happening. Okay. Which is making them feel kind of detached. This Queen of Pentacles and this King of Pentacles. And keep in mind, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. For both. They're both of them are the same, or at least they are either just two successful people, but they work and they're living a lifestyle of different roles. Their roles have switched. One is in the divine masculine and one is in the feminine, the divine feminine. However, it seems like it's the Queen of Pentacles into the Emperor role and the King of Pentacles into the Empress role. Which makes the situation a little detached, but Temperance is coming in. All right. Temperance came in. So, I'm sorry, the Devil came out, but it came out in reverse. Which seems like they are detached from any toxic situation. So it hasn't I almost want to say it hasn't become toxic, but it is affecting the two. If you're a part of my tribe, my collective, please. If this resonates with you, please like and subscribe. Somehow it's being alchemized, right? Because temperance is balancing out. But there is some type of inspired action when it comes to putting things to rest. Confidently putting things to rest. So someone is detached. Temperance is trying to alchemize the situation. There was some type of inspired action to put things to rest. Somebody's going probably through a divorce. Yeah. Going through a divorce. Due to some type of heartbreak. It's like, because of the roles being reversed in this situation, it's not saying that they're not, you know, they're loving people. They try to make sense of it, right? They're trying to make sense of it like, hey, does this really work? But you can tell that it affects them, but it's being like projected in a way of one person is tired of the other. Like tired, you know? Tired of the role that they're playing. They don't feel like they really truly want to sit in that position, though they say it's cool. Though they say, oh no, I'm okay. You know, me and my husband or me and my wife, we balance this out. This is okay. Secretly, it's not. Sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. You know what I mean? Like, some people do make that work and some people do not. And they have to be honest with themselves about the situation. So, someone's in introspection. They're in hermit mode. I guess whoever is taking this inspired action to let things go. Yeah, to put things to rest. They've already made the decision, right? After the Four Swords and then Hermit and introspection and making this decision, right? The Knight of Swords comes out. Like, they're moving quickly. They made a decision regarding some type of Knight of Cups. Someone who's a charmer, right? Now, mind you, this charmer, he may seem like someone who just has all the right words to say. Yes, please know if you are in the, what do you call it? Honeymoon phase, right? Just getting to know each other. It sounds great. Everything sounds great. But pay attention. Pay attention to the flags. Don't look at the potential. Don't look at somebody. Listen to the words that they're saying, right? Don't look at the potential. Look at the reality of things before you make a very big decision to put things to rest based on another person and not just yourself. And because you are in your divinity, right? But it seems like when it comes to financial responsibilities, that's why the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles is coming out. It's the financial responsibility. There's some type of financial situation where the Queen of Pentacles is definitely sitting into this Emperor energy where she's the breadwinner. And this King of Pentacles is actually sitting pretty as the nurturer. Just creating home, right? Now, it seems balanced, but it is causing insecurities. Because it's kind of like one plays another role, but truly it seems like this Queen of Pentacles, she is putting things to rest, definitely. King of Pentacles is in introspection. He's thinking about everything. He thought it worked. He thought, he was in his mind. I guess he didn't think too much about it. He just figured, you know, going along with the flow, but you're tired. You want to rest. And you want him to take some type of action. But it seems like also you got this Knight of Cups that's coming in, that's trying to trap you. Now this is just talk, quick communication. I got a Knight of Cups, and then I have the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're feeling trapped. He's a charmer. Oh, okay. This King of Pentacles, or this. He's a charmer. Yeah. Seems to be very handsome, charming. Knows how to speak. Say the right words. But it's not how you truly feel. You kind of feel discouraged about it. This is some quick communication about the situation. And I know it feels sad. I feel sad. Like, I feel like you're really tired. You're tired of the fake smile. You're wanting to put down the mask on it, right? You want him to actually step into his, you know, his like correct position, the position he should be playing. Is how you feel. This is how you feel, right? Right? Or he could be also feeling like, he feels that he's more nurturing. He does. But it's because you feel that you work. You're in this man position. You're not in this man's position, but you're in a position where you are the financial breadwinner. All the bills and all these things are on you. And so you don't have time with the kids. You're not able to do all of that. And you are tired. You're sick of it. Yeah. You feel like he trapped you a little bit. Some type of communications when it comes to this charmer trapping you in this situation. Yeah. Got the Ace of Swords coming out. Just clarity on this. So this is the truth. You feel like he got in your head a little bit. You were already stable, and it could have been a past situation where he was stable at one point, and just, you know, having kids, things didn't work out, situations happen, and now you're here. You're here. You're here. You don't regret it, but you want it to change. But this is the change. The Tower comes out. He wants, which is causing a Tower. Because you're ready to put it to rest. He's thinking about everything. Because he feels like he's made sacrifices too. But this Tower, this change, I don't know if your communication skills are not great or not, but it seems like you guys should have an open heart about it. This Page of Cups comes out. Let's see. What's up with this Page of Cups? So someone is not being open. are not looking at things in a way of with an open heart. You know what I feel like? I feel like though this looks like a very balanced situation, there's some things that need to be definitely balanced out. But when it comes to the heart, it's like, all right, so someone is like not, okay, the Page of Cups speaks to someone like having their heart on their sleeves, right? So they're very open, they'll speak about things, right? Right? They are creative when it comes to their openness. But then I got the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. So it's like, this is how I feel. The roles are more than just switched. It's like, it actually plays out. You can see the, this, I don't know, in my brain I see a couple, right? And this couple, they're like, the guy is nurturing, right? He takes care of the kids. He feels like he's exhausted when she comes home. And he's like, hey, I just want to take a break, right? And she's like, well, I just came home from work. And he's like, well, I had the kids all day. And she's like, well, I mean, I have to, you got to give me a second, right? And he's like, I just can't take it anymore. I just can't take it. He's saying he can't take it. She's saying she can't take it because you're not seeing like, and he's like, and she's more like on some, or let me say, the feminine is more like, because she's more in the masculine role, she doesn't really know how to connect to her femininity like she normally does. And he kind of sits there a little bit comfortable. He's a little comfortable with it, which is crazy. But he felt there's no emotional connection. There's no open-heartedness in this relationship. So emotions, feeling left out in the cold when it comes to just being open-hearted. But there needs to be a change, right? So let's see. All right, so there's a change when it comes to being open-hearted. Someone is making someone else feel left out in the cold. So this queen, this empress is heartbroken about the situation. Both of you are feeling like they're left out in the cold. All right, so this emperor is trying to be open-hearted. I see him like attempting, like, hey, is everything okay? Can we talk about things? It's kind of like, no. I got the Three of Swords. No. I feel like somebody said something real crazy. It's the communication. It's how you speaking to each other. Yeah, it's definitely how you speaking to each other. And it's being cold, you know? It's like moving through this. But there's loss, heartbreak, right? Yeah, conflict, arguments, third-party collaborations. Some type of collaboration. This must be this charmer who's trying to trap you. So this is definitely not your husband, darling. This charmer, this Knight of Cups, is somebody you're trying to collaborate with, right? While your husband is trying to figure out what's going on? And you leaving him out in the cold? Mm-mm. Yeah. But it's because you feel somehow these roles are reversed. Some type of loss due to some conflicts when it comes to a collaboration. All right. That you had to have some type of willpower. Right. It was a foolish risk someone took. Yeah. Somebody jumped off the cliff with this one. It ruined the whole 10 of Pentacles. The wealth of the family. The stability. Everything. Yeah. That. Yeah. Somebody could have got somebody else pregnant. That's what it looks like. Queen of Swords is cutting through this. Queen of Swords comes out. She speaks truth. Right? And what what these actions hold for the future. Right? Yeah. Somebody's walking away. Walking away due to the past situation. A Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving knight. All right. Switch or reverse any of these roles. Okay? But it looks like the roles in this situation was already been switched. That's the truth. I feel like definitely you got a lot of stepping out. You got conflict. You got people doing things that, you know, cheating in the past. It seems like it's been an ongoing, off and on. I don't know how y'all came out as divine. I really don't know. Maybe it's just a husband and wife. And for me to see that it's financial situations that's really been the issue. Right? But I feel like, all right. So when it comes to whoever the wife is, right, who's sitting in this masculine energy, and it could be any sign, all right, because I don't want to even place any sign. This is an energy. The feminine is tired. She's sick and tired. She want to be in her own role. She wants to take care of the children. She wants to be a female. So what happens is now she's neglecting she doesn't trust you because you haven't picked up the pace when it comes to financial responsibilities. So now she is sitting in this masculine energy because it's like, though you are the nurturer, and yes, it's been a circumstance and they're trying to work it out, it's not feasible. Like, she's tired. That's why she's ready to let it go, and that's why she's letting charmers, someone to charm her. Now, mind you, I don't know if she's looking at this situation because she doesn't realize, like, this charmer is someone from her past, right? Now, mind you, keep in mind, he could also be a slow-moving knight, but he gives her some time, it seems like. Like, he tells her she's pretty. He does all of that good stuff. And though you, you know, you're like, yeah, you look nice. That's what I hear. Yeah, you look nice. But you don't give her that extra. Like, girl, you bad. What? Look at my lady. Look at her. taking care of the family. Not only, I mean, you know, there's ways of doing things, but picking up your responsibility is the most important way, because a woman cannot endure all of that. She's not made like that. Now, there's some women, keep in mind, who love to make their own money. So this is where the divine masculine and feminine comes in, where it's a partnership. But it seems like this is due to financial situation. So in every other queen, you know, or element, you guys are okay. It's just when it comes to the financial situation, you're not. You're not. And it calls someone to step out. Yeah. Yeah. There's some type of wheel of fortune. Oh, I'm sorry, wheel of fortune. So there's destiny, a change that's happening. Ending of a cycle. So this is causing endings to your Ten of Pentacles. And you might be a Queen of Swords. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Yeah. You're looking at all the seeds you've planted in the past, or, you know, like what you have harvested from the situation. And this is what's causing you to walk away, because you realize, like, it's just not. You're saying that, hey, you'd rather do this by yourself if you're going to have to deal with this. But just because the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles came out as a couple makes me feel like you do have children. There's children involved. So regardless of what has happened in the past, it's just things are just not progressive. I feel like this Knight of Pentacles makes you feel like it's not progressive, or it's just slow moving. This Wheel of Fortune causing this, I'm sorry, this fate, this change, this happening when it comes to a cycle closing out. This could also close out like a connection. It seems like you possibly, this was a whole group, right? Not a group, like, let's say you have a situation where you have like couples will be in a group situation, right? You hang out with, let's say it's 3 couples, right? And they all have kids and we all hang out together, and, you know, we're all a big, nice family group, right? We assist each other, we console each other. It seems like, this group is not too thrilled about your vision, right? They don't see your vision. More. They don't see your vision on your celebration, on some type of celebration. So I guess because they feel like this person who's trying to charm you, that they just talking, right? And this is clarity on this. They don't see why you're celebrating this, your friends. They don't see your vision on that. They don't see where it's an opportunity. I guess they feel like you're losing out. You're not gaining anything from this. Yeah. which has someone in regret. Because you're very resilient about it. You're like very passionate about the situation. They feel that you have a divine connection with your current partner and that you should be resilient and the partnership that you currently have, right? They feel like this is wish fulfillment, that you guys do balance each other out, that there shouldn't be a problem. But, you know, to be honest with you, they are not in the same circumstance. They don't know if you're tired. But you may really need to communicate. It may just take communication. But it seems that you have already started going towards this charmer here. And did some form of collaboration, causing loss and heartbreak. Switch and reverse the roles, whether it's a feminine going on with a charmer or a masculine moving on with a younger lady, someone younger. In which they feel like they're trapped in a situation. Quick communications, clarity on that. Could be switch or reverse. It could be, you know, yeah. Doesn't necessarily have to be the feminine cheating. It could be the masculine cheating, to be honest with you. All right. And, you know, most cases, well, you know, I'm not going to say that. To each his own. To each his own. This is causing a death or rebirth, right? So this ending is causing a new beginning. What you are holding on to some things. Let's see. You're being a little protective. Holding on. You're holding on to some immature communication and the choices that were made. So whoever didn't put this to rest, like whoever wasn't like down to put this to rest, is the person that's like holding on to this immature communications, these rumors, this communication. Due to your 9 of Pentacles, due to your independence, right? And your connections that you have and your belief system, like how you look at things, right? This was hidden though, so they're not telling you, right? They're holding on, so they definitely have a grudge. They're gonna have a grudge because of somehow how you spoke or how you might be having this grudge. You might be holding, well, let me say that is your reading. You are holding on to this immature communication and the choices that was made, right? Yeah. To be independent. This was hidden. And it's causing burdens. This is a burden. They're seeing certain things now. They're honestly seeing it. They're not saying it, but they're seeing it. I feel like they really can't take anything back, though. It flipped over. I honestly want to say this is illuminated, right? This has been illuminated. But it hasn't been. So this burden that's being felt due to the breakup, or due to the divorce, realizing that this person was just a charmer and was a trap, and just quick communications and things like that, which caused a lot of changes. And when it came to your friends too, they just couldn't see everything. Now it seems like you were celebrating about opportunities, but it you know, things are difficult. Yeah. This is when it comes to some type of kind-heartedness. Okay. So the Sun card in reverse is delayed joy, right? It's like that's what you show everyone. That, no, everything is good. Like, I'm good. But you're feeling the burdens of the situation. And it also could be this masculine feeling burdened. Because there's a Queen of Cups that came out. Right. So I'm definitely speaking about, I could be speaking about a masculine or a feminine. Once again, how it resonates with you is how it resonates with you. If it resonates, please like and subscribe. But you dim it because of your kindness. Like, you just let it go. Right? I know things is hard, but you just still try to be kind about the situation. And due to your personal strength, your personal strength is causing them anxiety. They're feeling that. They're feeling it. And it's your inner knowing. You have some type of inner knowing due to the competition and these illusions. So whoever the cheater was is realizing they messed up. Ain't no way you getting coming back. And they have anxiety. They're hoping, they daydream about you. They think about you. They think about, like, plans they used to have with you. They want to make plans with you, take some inspired actions, but they feel stuck about the situation. Due to, I have the Eight of Pentacles, right? Which is a repetitive task. Some type, like, they might reach out to you and repeatedly you show that you're very much protected. Or, like, if you communicate with children or something, you're protected. You're just super protected. And they see that every time they try. Which makes you look victorious, right? You're being victorious about the situation. Because it was some form of deception. Yeah. They were deceptive. They were deceptive about cheating something. All right. They were deceptive about it being an equal give and take when it definitely wasn't. Judgment was called on the situation, right? You came in emotionally balanced to end the situation because you do have your own overflowing cup. You're thinking about the situation very logically in order for you to actually move into new opportunities, right? Have a new beginning, right? To have a better connection, the Two of Cups, with someone else. Peace. I hope, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. You know, someone cheated. They collaborated with someone else. You detached. You said this was unacceptable. There was some type of stress when it came to some type of financial issues. That actually gave you insecurities anyway, right? And this person was just sitting pretty. So I really do believe, like, this is about a masculine, and I'm speaking to a feminine, and you were basically sitting in this masculine energy, this divine masculine energy, actually. So you were living upright. This person was in a divine feminine energy for some odd reason. So they look to appear to be upright. But it seems like somebody was charming someone. Which trapped them into a situation. But no worries. You are resilient. You are coming through very resilient. And it seems like new opportunities, new things are happening for you. Walked away for a better opportunity. And even though that person was a bad charmer, or not the person for you, and it caused this whole, was a charmer for this person. I don't know why I'm getting that so confused. Ooh. Even though the person came in very charming to your partner, you seem that you are saying, hey, no more. I'm not dealing with none of that. And I'd rather have me a balanced partner. Someone that's sitting in their divinity truly. Yeah. Because someone who's sitting in their divinity truly would not know your values, know your worth, because they know their own worth and they know their own values, right? But obviously, it must have felt imbalanced because you're not sitting in your correct energy, right? Especially if one person actually wants to sit in it. So there's a difference. If you have someone that's super ambitious, right? Super ambitious. And she's a woman and she has a career and she's like, no, I take care of my family and I am perfectly fine. And she loves to come home and even cook and clean and do all this extra stuff. Not saying that she does that or her husband does all the cooking and cleaning or whatever the case may be, but they balance themselves out and there is no they have no insecurities about it, right? But once there's starting to be insecurities, right, someone is dissatisfied in the role that they're playing. It's no longer sustainable. It becomes a rocky situation. So that requires for someone to actually then step back and start to speak to their partner about how they truly feel, right? And even help them. Help them. If you're sitting in an upright position or husband and wife, and you may see that, hey, this person is lacking in one end, but I love them to death. I just love them to death. Pull them out of it. Teach them, show them that there is another way, right? Whether they have to invest in growing in another way, right? This was a financial situation. So let's say you tell a person, you know what? You need to take a class. I need you to learn how to have better communication skills, or I need you to learn how to get into AI. I'm not promoting AI at all, but I'm just saying, like, get with the times, right? Because whatever you're putting in, it's kind of like holding you back. It's putting you in very slow mode. It's like, it wouldn't lead you to success, which is forcing her to say, you know what, we have children, we have, responsibilities. I have to sit in this energy. And they love you, right? And this vice versa. It could be the same thing with a masculine, right? This woman, she's supposed to be in the home, taking care of the home. She seems to be out in the street or something, not taking care of the home. Let me say that. He's still having to come home from work and take care of the home. And he's like, hey, like, I'm sitting in my energy, but, I don't want to handle this situation where I have to actually take care of the children when I get home from work because you're home all day, right? Let me tell you real quickly because I was married once. And I find that people sometimes, one of the rules of when I was sitting in my marriage, though, there were situations similar to this, actually, very similar, where, well, let me not say very similar, right? Because there was times he was definitely in his divine masculine. He took care of the family, And then there was times that I had to. But I want to say when we were happily married, because we're friends. We're still friends. When we were happily married, I want to say that I definitely devoted time for us as a couple. Right? So whoever is home playing that nurturing role, feminine, empress role, it's making sure everything is taken care of before your partner gets home, so that you do have that couple time and both of you have a break, right? Whether it's, hey, I'm going to wear out these kids and take them to the park right before he gets home, and I'm going to make sure they're bathed, and hey, dinner's already set. And that was my routine. I would actually feed the kids while my husband was cooking. I mean, there were times that we ate all together, but majority of the time that was the weekends, and the weekdays it was kind of like depending on the time that frame he gets home, right? So kids were already bathed, taking care of everything else. And when it reached 8 o'clock, it was like, hey, kids get to lay in the bed. It's time for mommy and daddy time, because we need that time, right? We need that time for each other. We need the time for the space to actually collaborate, speak with each other, know how each other's feelings is, what's happening with each other's feelings. Time to express and to build, sharpen each other. That's what that balancing out of the divine masculine and feminine is all about. Sharpening each other, keeping each other balanced in the same. And a lot of people do play reverse roles, but doesn't mean that people are satisfied with it. So just keep that in mind. If you walked away from the situation, everything's looking great, congratulations. Peace.